questions. Yeah. All right. Alhamdulillah, we are live. Hi, everybody. My name is Hilmi. I'm from PCC and Jazari Engineers Network. I represent the Senior Network and, of course, supported by AMP. Alhamdulillah, we are here again every week, inshallah, or maybe 2 weeks once, bi-monthly, to have this engineer session story, because we believe that everybody has something to share. I just mentioned to Brother Nisham today, we have from SMRT, and we believe that we can actually learn from each other, whether young or old, and I believe that the more we speak to our esteemed guests, esteemed speakers, we can learn more, inshallah. So we have today, alhamdulillah, a very good brother of mine, Brother Nishammudin. How are you, sir?
Inshallah. I'm fine, alhamdulillah, shukr.
Alhamdulillah, shukr.
Yeah, how are you? You're fine?
Good. It's a beautiful Saturday, Sunday, just rained, and it feels cool. So it's a very good weather to have a sharing session. So inshallah, today's session we will have about less than half an hour. Maybe it depends on how interactive the audience are. If you have questions, please go and just type in the YouTube. And of course, if you like what we do, just subscribe and give us a like or follow. Inshallah, we can give and do more of this, or maybe even better sessions next time if there are funding, inshallah. So, okay, Brother Nisham, please tell us what you do.
Okay, currently I'm in SMRT. I'm doing projects in SMRT. Currently, my project is BPRT renewal, asset renewal, upgrading from the fixed block to moving block system. So BPRT is already 20 years, so it's time to upgrade and upgrade the signaling system. So that's what I do. I'm part of the signaling system and the upgrading of a BPRT project. Yeah.
What does BPRT stand for? For the benefit of those who don't understand, like myself, probably.
Okay. So BPLRT actually stands for Bukit Panjang LRT, light rail transit. So it is more of the Bukit Panjang areas. So they have about 13 stations and 1 depot. So the depot is actually at the 10 Mile Junction itself. So so that's where my office is, inside the 10 Mile Junction, the depot itself. Yeah.
So awesome. Have you always been in SMRT, or is this something that you just transferred to recently?
Yes, I was transferred to BPLT in 2018. Previously, I was in the North-South East-West line. Also similar projects doing the upgrading of the resignaling system. So it's the same project, so-called upgrading from a fixed block to moving block system. So then after completing the project, I was actually nominated to be part of the BPRT upgrade.
Awesome. So tell us, so means you graduated and then you directly go to SMRT, right? You didn't go anywhere before that.
Okay, so just to share a bit, I graduated in 2013. Then from NUS. Then after that, I went to construction industry actually. For about 2 years, doing project as well. So just to share a bit, construction industry, previously in my company, they have 3 departments. One is structure, second one is architecture, and then the third one is M&E, which is mechanical and electrical. So I major in electrical and electronics. So I was in the M&E department previously in the construction industry. Yeah.
Right.
Then after that, in 2014, then I actually moved on to SMRT. Doing projects as well. Yeah, about 2 years in construction industry.
Right. And then you went to SMRT, and that's where you were from the North-South line just now.
Yes, North-South East-West line project under signaling and SNC, signaling and communication, upgrading of the signaling system in the North-South East-West line.
Sounds good. Okay, so ever since you were just been SMRT lah, you like the culture and all.
Yes. It has been about coming to 6 years in SMRT. Yep. In the projects, signaling system. That's where I major in. So Alhamdulillah, I learned a lot, and all these projects is a valuable experience. Yep.
Okay, brilliant. So you are actually electrical engineering trained, as you mentioned, and I read about your testimony. I mean, not testimony. Your journey. Sorry,
Yeah.
but your journey. I think you said that it has been a long journey. Maybe tell us a bit more about what was the journey like, or what did you encounter in the journey, your studies or your work or both, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So I went through 5 years of secondary school. From actually from Pasir Ris Secondary. Yeah. So I took N
Oh,
level, O level, and then after that I actually passed two subjects only in my O level. Then
okay.
I managed to get into the higher Nitec in ITE, and
Okay.
then after that I served my national service. After which I managed to get the entry into Temasek Poly diploma for 3 years. Then Alhamdulillah, I did well during my diploma days, and then I
Alhamdulillah.
managed to get a place in NUS. So I from diploma actually I straight to second year in NUS. So the total curriculum for NUS in electrical engineering actually 4 years. So from diploma path actually you can actually go direct to second year. So I only it took me only 3 years in NUS. Alhamdulillah, I managed to
That's direct
graduate there.
honors, right?
Yes, direct honors.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to your professional journey. Maybe let's talk about that 2 years in construction. What was one of the most interesting things that you experienced in construction?
Wow. Okay.
When you look
It's
back.
yeah. Okay. So actually, I would say that it is a good opportunity for me. I'm actually thankful that I was in the construction industry. Just to share a bit, my last exam paper was on Friday. On that Monday itself, I already start the work actually in the construction industry. Yeah. So
So
okay.
directly.
Yeah, directly. So
Wait, was it under any program, like any BCA program or anything that?
No, not under any program.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
the company went into my school for they actually a few companies came to the school to have an
Okay, okay.
interview the
Uh-huh.
graduating students. So Alhamdulillah during the interview I went into the first interview, and then during my study week they called me for second interview. Then
Ah,
before my last paper they offered me the job. Alhamdulillah. And
so
then just to
no like lepak-lepak, just go straight to work
yeah
after, no?
yeah yeah because I was
Okay.
29 at that time.
Okay.
So I will not want to wait any longer lah. So why not, the opportunity is there, so
Yep,
I just
yep.
grab it. Then okay, the good thing that I learned in the construction industry. So at that point of time, right, the project is only at the starting phase. So they have not actually start the project actually. So I managed to experience
One
the
full cycle.
yes,
Okay, okay, okay.
I managed to actually experience the part from where they tear down the interior of the buildings, and
Uh-huh.
then renovate the buildings, the installation part, the system integration part, and until the testing, commissioning, and actually hand over to the owner itself. Yeah. So
So
I managed. Yeah.
it's a subcontractor or main contractor, this
Oh,
one?
okay. I'm actually the main contractor. So
Okay, okay, okay.
I deal with a few subcontractors. It's about 8 or 9 subcontractors actually. So under
Okay,
the
okay, okay.
mechanical and electrical system.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So about your 6 years so far in SMRT, name me something. Probably share with us. What was one of the most memorable things that you could remember being a young engineer?
Okay, so one of the most memorable thing, or the good thing that I managed to gain in SMRT is actually to get to learn from different people in SMRT. The experience, not only my colleagues, also the contractors or the OEM, and also from the regulator, which is the LTA. So I got to meet all these various people from different backgrounds, learn from them, and also networking in a way. Yeah.
You're in projects, right? So
Yes.
projects, naturally, you deal with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Great. So, do you think you are actually, because I mean, I understand that, as a young engineer, I mean, not I understand, but for me, I mean, as a young engineer myself, I am actually like yourself as well. I'm actually exposed to a lot of things. We are in a project where it's a lot of things, and the company wants us to learn as much as possible. But do you think it is you want to specialize in a particular trade or particular department? I mean, even though yes, electrical, but is there for you? Would you want to, or do you have any mind to like maybe focus on certain specializations, or do you like to handle like project management side of things?
Okay, so I'm already in the signaling department, signaling and communication, and doing project. So I actually would like to know and learn more under the signaling and communication system, and also this resignaling, right, is actually upgrading to CBTC, which is communication based train control. This is actually a state of the art, where if you can see, most of the countries are moving towards or having this CBTC system. So it's actually a good system that you can learn from not only from some experts, and also a different various people from various background that you can learn. So as having said that, right, I also have again a project experience, yeah, by doing so. It comes naturally, actually. Yeah. So that's some of the benefits or advantage.
So if like, let's say I were to ask, I'm like a young engineer, I want to really understand about electrical engineering at the eyes of so for someone that has been experienced about 6 to 8 years. What is it that keeps you going? What's your passion in terms of, is it like, for me, I like to solve problems, for example, right? But at some point, of course, in my life, probably problems is not so nice to solve anymore.
Yeah.
But what is it that keep you going? Like what is something that probably that you love so much about in engineering, about your job so far?
Yep. Okay. So for engineering, right, there's actually a lot of things that you can learn. Yeah. So by doing this project itself, like for example, North South East West Line, it is one of the OEM is the Thaler system. And then after that, moving on to BPLRT is actually a bombardier system. So you get to learn all the different kinds of architecture, the how do you say that, the system itself, all this from the OEM, and also you get to interact with all these experts. So that's the valuable experience that you can learn and you can gain. And then not only that, is actually we can learn from them, and also we are the operators, right? They also can learn from us, like for example the feedbacks from us, what we expect, what the user face, user problem. So it's a side of sense of what do you call that, a sense
How
of
many?
harmony, and you acquire something, you gain something from people, and as at the same time you also share your experience and your expectation to them. It's like it's a holistically working together in the project. Yep.
So you're somebody who really loves learning new things, and
Yes, correct.
like that process of exchange of ideas, exchange of knowledge with each other.
Yes,
Okay, nice,
correct.
nice.
And then just to add also a bit, that once you gain something, right, my end mind also, not only to, once you have this experience, right, I also like to share and give back to the community and to the people. Yeah, so
Mashallah.
that's where all these gain knowledge experience, right, knowledge experience gain, right, it benefits people also. Yeah.
So when you pass down to somebody else, like for example, right now, somebody watching this video who could actually benefit from your knowledge, and maybe he passed down, or he or she passed down to me. So that could be like a cycle of goodness, lah.
Yes.
That's very nice, very interesting. Okay, nice, very nice. So just now, just to recap, we talk about your journey so far from mashallah, from Pasir Secondary School to NUS, and then of course from a construction industry, and then you found your place in SMRT for 6 years, right? And then we talk about you are interested in specializing in terms of CBTC, right? The communication-based train control, and as well as the project management side of things, right? Because you get to communicate and exchange ideas and really learn about a lot of things per se. Okay, so I want to ask from you. So for instance, we have a lot of young engineers out there, especially these days. They're not really. A lot of people are not really interested in engineering. A lot of because they say engineering is a very tough, very you have to deal with a lot of problems, and how would you how would you inspire them? Basically, like what were you thinking at like when you failed that O levels, two subjects you passed, and what kept you going? What was the thing that makes you keep going forward and just continue studying, and of course from there you did well, right? So I'm just trying to ask, what's your inspiration? What was your pushing factor to continue in engineering, so that some of the some of the young engineers and probably future engineers would kind of benefit from this so-called some form of motivation from yourself.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Number one, I would like to share is the turning point of me actually. So during my after I graduated from O level, I actually had the one of the part-time job, which is aircraft cleaner. So it's actually a tough job. So the job actually starts from 3 p.m. and then ends at 11 p.m. So it's a really a tough job that actually turned my life actually. So when I was doing the job, right, cleaning the aircraft, I talked to myself, is this what I want in future? So do I want a bright future, or I want a future that actually a struggling one? And then I also met one of these Pakcik. He is a sole breadwinner. So he shared with me his life. He's a sole breadwinner. He says he has two kids, if I'm not wrong. So in the morning, he work as a cleaner at the estate, and then at 3 p.m. he will work as the aircraft cleaner. And then he told me that his son wants a motorbike. So he actually worked very hard, doubly hard, two jobs, just to fulfill his son ambition to have a motorbike, just for his son, so that it's easier for him to travel from one place to another. So that's actually a turning point for me, that I see myself that, oh, this is a sacrifice of a parents. Then after that, I also think of my parents lah. So they actually have a work hard. They have expectation of me. It's natural for as a parent, right? So I start to think, and then I think, okay, so this is the starting point lah, that I need to change. So from there, actually, I work hard, persevere. I don't give up. I actually excel through until my diploma. And then what actually inspires me is, I always think of my parents lah. So the hard work that they have done since I'm young. Yeah, so I'm actually a mischievous person lah when during my school days. So I need to change my life to make them proud. And then what actually inspires me, or what keeps me going currently as a career is, I see that there are a lot of opportunities in this industry. No matter what industry you're in, there's always an opportunity for you to grow, to learn. You can see that there are many people who are actually seniors, more experienced than you. Then after that, from there on, you think that yeah, I think I can be like them. Gain as much experience as you can, and then after that, actually this knowledge or experience is not something that you can buy lah. It's for you to gain. So that's why that's what makes keeps me going actually, to always ask myself, willing to learn and actually upgrade myself. Yeah, that kind of a thing lah. Yep.
That curiosity lah. You
Yes,
want
correct.
to find there is always something to experience, and for
Yeah.
you to go there and firsthand and get it, something that's valuable to you lah. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I got a bit emotional just now when you mentioned about parents, because I think we all boys are, I don't know why, we are just mischievous in nature. But yeah, I mean, I guess there are a lot of things that inspires, and definitely I think parents is something that we should, especially we as Muslims, right, the religion taught us that parents is something that we should respect and honor.
Correct.
And then hopefully people out there that the boys out, or maybe young professionals, boys or girls, nowadays the ladies want to be also be heard, right? So all the boys and the ladies out there, especially the ladies who are actually doing better than us, actually, boys,
Yeah.
statistically speaking. But yeah, hopefully our parents could be our inspiration and push forward, inshallah. Yeah. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. It's very inspirational indeed. Probably, if I were to ask you, 10 years from now, right? Right, you are a senior engineer right now, right? 10 years from now, what do you think that the opportunities lies for you? I mean, I'm not talking about just SMRT, but probably beyond in the whole industry. What could these young professionals or young engineers look out for? As in, where can they go from a young engineer like yourself? Because we have experience, when we graduate, we become an engineer and then become senior engineer. Am I right?
Yes.
Is that jump too big? Is there any more positions in between?
Actually, it's the engineer, and then there's executive engineer followed by senior engineer. It depends on the organization.
Okay,
so, yeah.
Great. So there's about 2 jumps right now, right? 2 jumps, you're a senior engineer. So what is it in like 10 years time? So like, I mean, you had about 8 years experience, right? So in about like 18 years or 18 to 20 years, right? That's almost reaching to a veteran stage, right? What is there, for these engineers to kind of hope for, or they can actually think about, to think forward?
Okay, so going through this path, engineering path, right? There's always an opportunity for you. I would say that future, right? You can actually choose whether you would like to pursue or continue your career as an engineer, to be specialized or in a certain field, or you can actually choose to be a management path. Yep. So you have two paths actually ahead of you. So it depends on what do you think that you like to pursue in the future. So if you going through the engineering path, you can actually be a chief engineer, a specialized engineer, or even a chartered engineer. Yeah, chief engineer, or even a chartered engineer in railway. And if you go to the management path, you will be manage a department. You manage a few of your subordinates, the one that below you. Yeah. So that two kind of path, that you can choose.
So what path so far have you decided yet, or you want to be management or in terms of engineering path?
Okay, honestly, I only have about 6 years experience in SMRT, and then 2 years before that in construction industry. So actually, to me, I still have a lot of things to learn. Yeah. So even though I've completed or learned the North South East West line system, and then currently now BPRT system, there are also a lot of other systems, other railway lines in Singapore, like Circle Line, North East Line, Downtown Line, and
Yeah.
the upcoming high speed rail,
Oh
and
yes,
the
yes.
RTS, JB, Singapore Link. Yeah, there are actually a lot of things that you can learn. So I actually prefer, I would like to say that I would like to learn as much as possible in this engineering path. And then after that, I will decide again that what is best for me actually.
Right. So
Yeah,
far
in future.
you need more time to think about whether you want to go which path. Okay,
Yes.
sounds good. So right, at least I feel comforted because like when people talk about this, I mean the school always talk about, oh, there's engineering path, there's management
Mm.
path. You know, we always have to decide where you want to go. But it's kind of comforting to hear that even after 6 to 8 years, is sometimes it's okay to still think about it as you go forward. You don't have to rush things through, right? So hopefully you can find your answer soon, inshallah, and hopefully I can
Inshallah.
find my answer too, inshallah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, actually,
okay.
if I
Hmm.
may share, sorry
Sure.
to yeah.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so my principle, or what I actually live by is actually to always seek guidance. First is to grab the opportunity ahead of you, and then second is to learn as much as possible, and then third is to always seek guidance from him, from Allah, and then also seek blessings from your parents, or if you are married, of course your wife lah. So because you do not know that the path ahead of you, the opportunity that comes to you is actually good for you or not. Yeah, so you always have to seek guidance. Yeah, so that's what I live by. Yeah.
Mashallah. The good words, good words.
Yeah.
Okay, probably just to second last point before we go for, or before we end. So far, just to just share those who are on YouTube. If you want to have any questions, please just drop any questions, or if not, think about it and you can email TCC or Jazari Engineers Network, and I can pass to Nisham after that, inshallah. And of course, do like our page and like, subscribe if you like,
Yeah.
do the YouTube stuff. Okay, so just the second last part I want to ask is about your hopes. So part of this, because we are young engineers, part of these things is like, what are your hopes? Whether is it family or your or a career. Mostly, if you want to talk about career, it's fine. But if you want to talk about family, it's okay. What are your hopes? Probably three hopes that you can share with us that you look forward to in the future.
Okay, so I hope that I will continue to learn as much I mentioned before, and also gain as much experience as possible. And then ultimately, once I have that, then I think it's time for me to give back to the community, and inspire others. Yeah, from my educational journey, my career journey, and then after that I share my knowledge and experience lah, to the next generation or to others.
Mashallah. So that's one full circle. So to
Yeah.
learn more, experience more, and to share.
Yeah.
Learn.
Yes.
Okay. Last but not least, probably before we end, so far there's no questions being asked. So before we end, probably I want to know about your quote. You mentioned about your quote. Appreciate what you have, strive better for tomorrow, and always seek guidance from Him, Allah. Right. Just like you mentioned about seeking guidance, right? So maybe is there like any particular situation that made you want to share this quote, or
Yes.
maybe how did you kind of like think about this quote to
Okay.
share?
So let me share from the part that I graduated from NUS, and then after that I got the offer from the construction industry. So when I got the second interview, I went for it. And then after that, after they offered me a job, I told the interviewer that I need some time to think. And then what I did is actually I seek feedback from my parents. At the same time, I salat istihara. Yeah, and then after that, I feel that this is the best for me. So I did not wait any longer. Then I just grabbed the opportunity. Then after that, I think that I can actually, after gain the 2 years of experience, then I move on to SMRT. And then after that, before that, I also went for interview, and then at the same time I seek opinions from my parents, and also solat istihara, so to ensure that the plan, the decision I made is actually a correct one. And then also, yeah, that's the two experience that I had. So I always,
That make you
yeah,
study school.
yeah, correct.
Appreciate what you have, strive better for tomorrow. So always, and then it's like a cycle lah. So appreciate
Yep.
what you have, and then after that, so gratitude, and then strive better, and then seek guidance to continue deciding forward.
Yeah, yeah. If I may add, the
Mhm.
appreciate what you have is actually after you work hard for it, that you have a goal, and then you want to achieve your goal, but sometimes you don't get it, you don't get what you want, and then maybe this is what is actually best for you. So you appreciate it, but you don't give up, you actually try again, or look for other opportunity. When the opportunity comes, at the same time you try to grab it if it's best for you. And then after that, at the same time, yeah, you seek guidance from him, the best of a planner lah.
Just curious. So when you mentioned that you select istikhara after that, right?
Yeah.
Did you experience apa ni, some kind of, for example, in the construction side, do you experience some form of difficulty, and then you like thought, oh my, why am I in this? And then you realize that, okay, I must appreciate. I mean, must be thankful, be grateful.
Yes.
Is that how what happened? Like sometimes,
uh
even though you select istikhara, or you ask guidance from
yes.
Allah, from God, and then you realize that, alamak, why did I end up here? Is it an
uh,
experience?
No, I actually will not regret after I make the decision,
Okay.
because I believe that whatever decision that you make is actually the path, the right path lah. After you seek the guidance, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
after that, I will continue, even how hard it is, I will continue to continue to strive and work hard for it. And then at the same time, if I feel down, or why I'm doing this, so I go back to him also. Yeah, and
Right.
then yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
so I mean, no, as in, because it's just natural for us humans, right? So after of course we trust in his
Yeah,
plans, but sometimes it just we slip, and we realize that, lama, susahnya, kind of thing, like, why am I in
yeah,
here, kind of thing. Because I am sometimes I feel that way, and I think,
yeah,
okay, fine, let's just appreciate it and come back to him, like you said, mention. Yeah.
and like for example, this COVID situation, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so it's actually to appreciate that you have a job, something like that. So if you look at others, sometimes it's not a good a good
Situation or yeah.
situation right now. Yeah, so yeah, that's how you have to appreciate. Yeah, but sometimes it is all planned, but do not give up. Always yeah, doa, and inshallah he will answer your prayer, inshallah.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Good words. Hope whatever that we intended for this sharing. Allah, receive it, and be pleased by us. Thanks so much once again. I think that's all we have time for today. It's a Sunday afternoon. Thanks for sharing your time in Sunday evening. For those of you who are watching, please subscribe and like and comment. If you have any questions, just text us or give us an email, so we can improve, or we can actually think of better content, things like that. We are always trying to improve ourselves. Hopefully, whatever that we do, is always in the intention is to benefit. If there is something that can be improved, or like something that you like about our video, just tell us. Not for us to be happy about it, but so we know exactly what you like and what you probably don't really like, so we can actually taper better sessions forward in the future. Thank you so much once again, Brother Nisham. Really, really love our conversation this evening. Allah bless you and your families and all
Inshallah.
your loved ones. And inshallah, maybe we can, now we are e-meeting, right? So we'll meet inshallah in future.
Inshallah,
As
inshallah.
That's all we have for today. Thank you so much once again. I think that's all we have. I'll see you guys maybe next week. If not, we'll just update our Instagram and Facebook following week, inshallah. All right.
Inshallah.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.